Welcome everyone to another wonderful episode here at Jaws of Podiatry. We have a young patient who has traveled from the West Coast with multiple chief complaints, including but not limited to unsightly corns, number one. Number two, a painful left foot Taylor's bunionette. Number three, painful and unsightly fifth digit, left and right, hammer toe deformities, the little shrimps. And a couple of, I would say, little bony prominences, lumps and bumps here and there. So we recommended a myriad of different recommendations. Let's take a look. In respect to the right foot, as everyone can see now, the toe, the fifth toe, is nice and straight. It is not curly, does not look like a shrimp. It's not on its side. It's nice and straight. The nail, you can actually see the nail now, which is really, really nice. And it's straight. Okay. Unsightly corn, plucked, and through this one little suture there, we were able to shave this down. It's a little bit puffy already. In respect to the left foot, same thing. The only difference on the left foot, the patient had a very painful Taylor's bunionette here. So we were able to address that through this one little suture here. And of course, in respect to the fifth toes, the hammer toe deformities, there was no unsightly corn here, which is, that was great for a lot of reasons. But underneath, that's the incision. One stage. Everyone can see we have what we call the little shrimp, right? You see how it's basically on its side. The nail is basically sideways. You get a good shot of that, Caesar? So we're gonna go ahead using our minimally invasive techniques. We're gonna correct that. The little hammer toe deformity. So what we're gonna go ahead and do, there's a tendon that's actually pulling the toe down like that. Like a little curly toe. We're going to go ahead and release that. Just like that. Bingo. Everyone can see the toe's nice and straight. Okay, so for all the people out there wondering, Dr. Wagner, you cut a tendon. Don't we need that tendon? And the answer is not necessarily. For the fifth toe, the deformity is as such. Cut it, we straighten the toe. The fifth toe historically doesn't have a lot of movement to begin with. We can't really do a lot of this, especially when the deformities are so advanced. I hope that answers everyone's question. Caesar, so for all the people out there, well, Dr. Wagner, you corrected the deformity, but where is the incision? Where's the blood, right? Come around here. That's the incision. A little keyhole incision right there. So what we're gonna go ahead and do, we don't use any pin screws or plates. We're gonna go ahead and splint the toe just like that, using very delicate and intricate taping techniques. And then the patient does have some little unsightly corns, which you guys cannot really see now because we are using a little tourniquet. That's why no one sees anything, no blood. So we've already marked the little spots. We're gonna go ahead and remove those little unsightly, ugly corns. But I really wanted to focus our efforts today on showing people, a lot of people ask about the curly toe, right? The little shrimp. So we're very mindful of aesthetics, no incisions here, nada. And even through here, there's one, we're gonna put a little suture here. Patient has a little bit of a bone spur here. It's been bothering her, so we already shaved that down, okay? Patient, how did it go?
It was good. It was fast too. Faster than I expected it to be.
How was the experience all in all?
I'm happy. It's something that I wanted to do a long time ago, and no other doctor. They just said that it wasn't possible unless it was hurting a lot. And then I found you on YouTube, and then I traveled all the way from Arizona just for that.
Woohoo!
I'm very happy.
One of the things, and we were talking about this before, one of the things that think some clinicians, not all,
Mm-hmm.
may not really grasp or really understand, be mindful of, is what patients are thinking and what they're feeling when they go see these doctors, right? Tell me a little bit about that.
Well, I went to a, what do you call it, podiatrist?
The podiatrist.
Yeah, over there in Arizona, and they charged me like the consultation and everything, and at the end they were just like, oh well, over time like it'll just go like away. Don't put any like the little like corn pads or anything on it. But I've had this issue for like years, and I don't wear like any more like Vans or Converse and stuff like that, like the shoes that did
Make it,
yeah,
everything
it made
worse.
that issue. Yeah. And nothing has helped. So
Were you a little bit embarrassed?
I was, yeah. I haven't been able to wear sandals or heels, and I just feel like it's something that I'm missing out on, you know?
With good reason, right?
Yeah. And now I'll be able to do my toes and wear those heels and stuff.
Super. You know, we continue and we will continue to do what we do, which is to educate the world that these minimally invasive anesthetic techniques do exist. Education is at the core of what we do, which is critical for not only, you know, ourselves, but also for the entire world. Education is the key. As always, we will continue to educate the world. One foot and Caesar, one toe? You guess? At a time. Have a wonderful day, everyone.